are watching StimTV. Hello everyone and welcome. You are indeed watching StimTV. We're in show match number 3 right here. Have an amazing one set up for you guys. We have none other than Evil Geniuses EGiNcontroL spawning at the bottom left. Here's the red Protoss on Xel'Naga Caverns, and his opponent for the night, Mr. Destiny, spawning the top right. It's going to be amazing. I'm Simpatico for StimTV, and my co-caster for the evening going to be Mr. Tumba. How are you tonight, sir?
Somebody call an astronomer, because this show match is blasted off and is out of sight. You know what, though? I don't even have to amp this intro because, seriously, like, it's EGiNcontroL Destiny, Zarg Protoss. What more could you ask for? Right now, there's a lot of controversy going around about, you know, this particular matchup, and who better to go ahead and demonstrate their skills. Two great foreigners. I can't wait to see what the deal is, and I'm going to bet that Destiny makes infestors. I'm going out on a limb here.
If I were a betting man, I would probably agree with that. Definitely bet on that. EGiNcontroL actually going to scout relatively early here. Going to see that spawning pool going down, and I would absolutely... Oh, and look at that. I'm getting trolled already. That's amazing. I feel so famous right now. Yeah, you know what? I have to agree. Destiny has like refined this build. He plays it constantly. Anyone that watches his stream just sees just a constant stream of infestors, and for good reason. It's a very strong build. A lot of Protoss having a lot of issues with it. A lot of Terrans and other Zergs having issues with it as well. And he's so creative in his play. So I actually really enjoy it.
I want to see exactly what EGiNcontroL comes up with for this particular map, simply because it can be hard to hold your expansion here as a Protoss. You know, this along with, of course, Metal, which is gone, but we can see he has gone Gateway Forge, so he's obviously going to opt for some cannons, a little bit safer to go ahead and protect that expansion. But he is going on the high ground. This isn't a prototypical Forge Fast Expand build wall to Nexus, using your Nexus as a tank, so I can't wait to see how he stops any of the aggression out of Destiny.
Yeah, EGiNcontroL getting that very quick Forge there. First gas going down as well. What do you think he's going to be doing here? Is this going to be a fairly fast expansion coming out of EGiNcontroL here? Or?
Yeah, I would like to think he's not going to one base all in, and sort of, I think StarCraft has gone to the metagame has gotten to a game of 2 base. However, of the 3 races, I think right now the hardest expansion to secure is Protoss. And you know what? There's a lot of that early Ling Roach pressure that Zerg love to apply, and it's super effective on this map, so...
Look at this, though. Destiny sending Lings all over the place, does not want to get any kind of proxy shenanigans. We have seen, you know, EGiNcontroL is not afraid to drop a pylon where it would suit him best if that probe doesn't get scouted or whatever. I think it was against TLO on Test Bug. I think it was MLG, I can't remember which one, but, you know, he takes advantage of it, and that's what you got to do, and I love to see that style of play. You know, you got to ride that line and do whatever it takes to win, so I do like that Destiny, you know, and that brings up another point. These guys know each other pretty well. Both are very outspoken community members, you know, and are both very, very popular, and so they kind of know, they can metagame each other quite a bit.
I'm just curious, and I have to know in chat, who here's for EGiNcontroL? Let me know. And who here's for Destiny? I just
how about this?
Want to get the mood.
We'll do it better. Destiny is 1, type of 1 for Destiny, and 2 for EGiNcontroL. That'd be interesting. We can tally up those numbers later or something.
But that's fine.
Tumba,
is there?
If I told you like, you know, 5 or 6 weeks ago that StimTV would be casting Destiny versus EGiNcontroL, would you believe me?
Yes.
Damn it!
Because 5 or 6, you know why? Because like 5 or 6 weeks ago, weren't we casting DDE?
Oh, that's
Destiny?
true. Okay, that's true. I'm still getting used to all this. Look at this, Destiny pulling a ton of drones to get rid. He does not want any kind of shenanigans out of EGiNcontroL.
One second. I want you to look at chat and ascertain what that says for me. I've got 1s, 2s. It looks like a damn. I don't even know what. You tell me who they're rooting for, please, because I like to...
Both these guys have huge fan bases. Both of them get a ton of viewers every time they stream. So it is not surprising to me that we're seeing a bunch of both. So, you know, that's awesome. And, you know, both these guys have really, really strong fan bases that, you know, I don't want to call them fanboys, but, like... Yeah, definitely. They support their favorite player, and I think that's amazing. I think players need that support, absolutely. And we do have that relatively quick expansion going down from EGiNcontroL, just to get back to that game a little bit. I like these quick sentries as well, getting a lot of energy out. Going to be able to build that up, which is awesome. And we do have some Lings coming out here. Going to see what they can do, maybe break down these rocks, and we'll see.
Absolutely, and EGiNcontroL looks like he did want to go ahead and take his time with that expansion, making sure he gets enough units out and gets his SimCity built in a way that goes ahead and allows him to protect that natural. Of course, players like this always want to cut as many corners as possible, so maybe not throwing down an extra cannon here or there like the amateurs would, but...
Destiny committing just a little bit too much. They're going to get a few free lings taken out there. And
those things are free.
Yeah,
Zerg,
those
they
things
don't cost anything. They're free.
Lings are free, right? That's what every non-Zerg player thinks. Lings just pop out of nowhere. But yeah, no, I completely agree. That's what I think too. I'm like, where did you get all those things? How do you get so
where did all those come from?
Yeah, totally.
Larva.
Great SimCity here, actually, from EGiNcontroL. And again, I'm not too surprised from that. I mean, EGiNcontroL does not fear that late game whatsoever, and you know, he's a very strong mechanical player as well. I know he focuses on that a lot, and you know, I've had some friends that have actually had lessons from EGiNcontroL, and one of the things that he always teaches or taught, at least pretty recently, is that, you know, having a really strong 3-base plan. You know, plopping down that 3rd base is really key into transitioning into the late game.
Yeah, you know what's really key to stopping Zerg is stopping them from taking a high-yield expansion or another one, which EGiNcontroL better consider exactly what you're saying right now, because as important as putting a 3rd up is preventing the Zerg from doing that. So we can see a lot of sentries on the field right now clearing those rocks out. I think he might have taken some of Idra's advice. He's like, you know what? You Protoss players are retarded. Just turtle up on 3 base, get the death ball, A move. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Put down some force fields here and there, pop a Guardian Shield. Now, I play Protoss. Never works out for me, but let's see if EGiNcontroL might go ahead and take a little bit of advice from Idra here, because he is getting ready to clear that 3rd. And what concerns me right now most for EGiNcontroL, actually, is the fact that...
we have a Contaminate on that Forge, actually, which is delaying that ground level, weapons level 2. He got the little 1 very quickly. Sorry to interrupt you there, but...
No, what concerns me is the sentries, though. Like, he has so many sentries. That's a heavy gas investment right there.
Big time. I mean, if you lose those sentries, if you're not really on top of your force fields, for example, or they get caught or anything, God, that is just devastating. Because there's such a huge investment, and you get them out this early so that they get a ton of energy. Look at that. Feedback goes down on that Overseer, but it does not kill it, does not have enough energy to do that. But yeah, this is pretty fast. Actually, he's just going to be going into Archons. This is going to be...
Yeah, we saw this actually in the MLG replay we casted of Liquid Tyler versus Dong Regu, where he came up with a build similar to this, but he didn't go with the... I don't believe he had the Forge Fast Expand. He had like some kind of 2-gate expand he does, but he did not research charge as EGiNcontroL is right now. So
yeah, we do have 5 infestors being made right now, and actually look at this, Destiny getting some spore callers out as well. I do believe I saw them on the production tab. I don't know where they are now. I think he canceled them.
That's just a great decision, because essentially it'll shut down any Void Ray play and also detect any DTs. He may have gotten a good peek into EGiNcontrol's base and seen, okay, he's going Charge Lot Archon, so I may not need these spore crawlers. And as I said, want to cut corners wherever you can, so you can cancel those and reinvest those.
Yeah, you know, this is interesting too, because you know, EGiNcontroL, he's not afraid to throw out a couple of DTs, and I know he's also quite a fan of... Oh, he's actually killing his own gateway here to get out. Those Archons are too fat. They ate too much last weekend. And look at this, infestors are burrowed already. This is going to be a bit of a
shark mode.
Oh man, this is going to be intense here. And a huge fungal growth goes down on all of those sentries. If he loses all of those, it's going to be really difficult. He lost so much energy, and Lings are going to be taking out all of these zealots as well. And even this Archon is under threat now.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. You know how much that hurts to lose all that gas as an investment? Those sentries just melt. I have to go ahead and cite, of course, OGSMC versus July Zerg, and the state of the game after that GSL final, where all the Zergs were like, oh, force field OP, force field OP. Then one smart Zerg said, wait a second, hey, we can bait some force fields. Well, wait a second, we can also kill sentries. They're not invincible. So go figure, you lose all those. It sort of hurts the Protoss a little bit.
Yeah, EGiNcontroL is getting his 3rd up, though. He's staying equal with Destiny, which is actually pretty huge. I mean, a 3-base Protoss is really scary, considering they can, if they choose, they can go something like, they can support both Colossus as well as High Templar quite easily. I don't know if he's going to be going Storm. I don't see it being researched. I don't think it has been researched. No, it has not. But a 3-base Protoss is just a scary beast to contend with.
It is. Right now out of Korea, we're seeing a ton of Stalker play. I'm talking, like, next to pure Stalker play. So I don't think it's transitioned into the foreign scene as yet. They're still working on the builds.
We do have an engagement here. Archon and Zealot versus Heavy Roach here from Destiny, and he's going to be pushing into this third. This is a lot of Roaches, though. I don't know if EGiNcontrol's maybe overcommitting a little bit too much to this. These are really powerful units, though. These Archons are pretty devastating. I don't know. I mean, this is actually a really aggressive push here from EGiNcontrol. I think he's going to just lose this whole push.
Yeah, he's in real trouble here, and with no sentries, of course, he can't dictate the way the battle's going to go. Of course, sentries, in-game map editors, if you will, and I really think that it would be a wise decision right now for Destiny to go ahead and counter him.
Yeah.
You have to smell blood in the water after that.
Pylon being thrown down here now up above Destiny's third there. That could lead to some pretty devastating play later. Always love to see that. And there we go. Have a couple of Zealots being warped in onto the low ground. Going to start taking out some drones here. Charge is indeed complete now, so not going to get too much done there as Destiny does find that and shut it down pretty easily. This Oversteer still hanging out. I don't know if he's been contaminating stuff. I haven't been keeping too close of an eye on that. But yeah, I mean, I think the important thing here also in a best-of-7 situation is whoever makes the owl wink, as it were. And I know a lot of people call the zeros on the nameplates there. It looks like an owl. Whoever makes that sucker wink, the first is going to have
What on earth are you talking about?
The 2 zeros on the nameplate.
Fill me in on this one.
Okay, there's the 2 zeros on the nameplates. It looks like an owl, right? Like the NASL owl. And when whoever wins the first game, it turns into a 1. Oh, and look at this, a High Templar with energy gonna be caught out in the middle of the field here. Look at that. Wow, I don't know. And we do have an engagement here at the front. This is a lot of Roaches by Destiny. Going to be able to pretty much one-shot all of these. Zealots, Archons going down. Now, what does EGiNcontrol have to defend against this?
I would love to get Idra in here to co-commentate on this right now.
Oh, gosh.